Good evening and welcome to HPU News. I'm Sydney Chevrant.
And I'm Jocelyn Ganser.
Tonight, China may be done doing business with North Korea.
Saudi women are celebrating the induction of the new law that could save many women time and money.
And later, one woman went shopping at Target but left with something unexpected.
But first, let's get a check on the weather with meteorologist Kit Curtis. Kit?
Thanks, guys. I'm so happy to be back and reporting the weather. So as you can see for our pressure system map over here in the northwest region, it's going to be some low pressure systems. So you guys out there are going to be experiencing some, scattered showers, maybe a drop in temperature. And then over here in the plain states, it's going to be a high pressure system. So you guys will have some pretty steady temperatures with not much going on weather-wise. And then over here in the northeast, over here where we are on the Atlantic border, it's going to be a high pressure system. It's going to be pretty moderate temperatures and not a lot of rain. And to take a look at our national temperatures, over here on the west coast, it's going to be high 60s to low 60s, so pretty moderate, not too bad. And then over here in the plain states, it has cooled down a bit, so they're going to be in the mid-60s, which is great news for them. There were fire warnings last week, but I'm pretty sure those are all done. And then over here in the northeast, it's going to be low 60s to low 70s, still pretty moderate. It's still pretty hot where we are over here in North Carolina on the East Coast. It's going to be high 80s and some high 70s. So it's going to bounce around there for us. And then over here, down here in Florida, it's still pretty hot down there for you guys. It's going to be 89 degrees, so just keep with that summer weather wear. And then taking a look at our 7-day forecast. Today, it was a high of 88, and tonight's going to be a low of 62. And then on Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 74 and a low of 56, cooling down in the evening. On Saturday, it's going to be a little bit more sunny, less clouds. High of 74, low 51, getting pretty cool in the evening. Sunday can be dropping down to a high of 70 with a low 54. And then on Monday, it's going to be a high of 73, but partly cloudy. And then a low of 59 in the evening. Tuesday, heating up a little bit more, high of 75, still partly cloudy with a low of 57. And then on Wednesday, heating up quite a bit for a high of 77. And it's still going to be a little bit cloudy, and that's all the weather I have for you guys. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Kit. Now, it's still warm here in North Carolina, but fall weather is coming, we promise. And now, the Chinese government is ordering the closure of all North Korean companies based in China as a result of UN sanctions with North Korea's latest nuclear missile test. China is North Korea's primary trading partner, but the end of the two countries' business seems to reflect China's frustration with the Kim Jong-un regime.
Over 120,000 people are fleeing the Indonesian island of Bali because of an expected volcano eruption. Mount Agung is among one of 120 active volcanoes in Indonesia. Because Indonesia sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, where the fault lines and volcanoes encircle the Pacific Basin, there is a large risk of eruption on any of the Indonesian volcanoes. More than double the population that evacuated were in the danger zone of the volcano. Villagers evacuating are finding shelter in public buildings, sports centers, temporary camps, and cows left behind are also being evacuated.
President Trump lifting the Jones Act today temporarily to help much-needed fuel, water, and medical supplies reach Puerto Rico, who is still struggling a week after Hurricane Maria has come and gone. Many of the 3.4 million Puerto Rican residents are without power, drinkable water, and other basic supplies. Maria was the most powerful hurricane to hit the country in 90 years and left at least 16 dead.
Face of Playboy magazine Hugh Hefner died in his home, the Playboy Mansion, late Wednesday night. The magazine, often criticized for its portrayal of women, was considered by many a driving force for the sexual revolution in the mid-20th century. Hefner produced the first issue of Playboy at his kitchen table back in 1953. He was 91 years old when he died.
And he will surely be missed. But it is shaping up to be another busy weekend here at High Point University, so we are throwing it over to Toby Allen, who's going to tell us all about it. Toby?
And well, it's finally here. The fall concert is this Friday, featuring Cheat Codes and Dea. Get your tickets the same day from Wanik, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Try to get there before the lines get too long. The grounds open at 7 p.m. Then Saturday, September 30th, the Treadwell Society will be hosting a pizza fundraiser at the Greek Village from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Pizza will be $2 a slice. If you missed that, there'll be more pizza Saturday at the HPU Universe Day. Visitors are encouraged to explore space, science, and beyond through 20 different learning situations and activities. You may even win prizes. So check out the free program in the Wilson Commerce Building. Then this Sunday is going to be exciting because Alpha Chi Omega are hosting their Liars game. If you want to get into this action, it's $25 per team, $5 per person. It's going to be a fun-filled game competing against other teams. Games start at noon. Then at 4:30, come out to the faculty recital, J.W. Turner with Mayumi Oshade, and see her performance of traditional and popular music of Japan. The event will be held in the chapel. No tickets are required. That's all I have for you guys. But stick around for next week and I should have more. Thank you, and back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Toby. And remember, if you have any friends coming for the concert tomorrow, be sure that you register them with the university, and each student is allowed one free guest wristband.
Women in Saudi Arabia celebrating new legislation that allows them to drive. This royal decree is a landmark decision for the conservative kingdom, and while it won't take effect until next June, this historic decision will allow women to go to work as well as save money.
Uber currently battling London to keep its license as a taxi service. This comes after the taxi's app security and safety has been put into question. Criminal offenses issued by customers were allegedly not reported directly to the police, lengthening the process to investigate or press charges. Uber CEO Dara Khosrowshahi has apologized on behalf of the company and acknowledged that Uber will fight to renew its license. The license is set to expire in 2 days, but Uber will continue to run in London as the appeal process is pursued.
And golf legend Tiger Woods stating in an interview saying that he is unsure about his future on the course. The 41-year-old Woods has been in rehab since April after back surgery. During a panel, reporters asked if Tiger could see a scenario where he doesn't play in a professional tournament ever again. Woods simply responded, quote, "Yeah, definitely. I don't know what my future holds for me," end quote.
Joining us at the desk now is sports analyst Kevin McMahon. Kevin, I'm not sure if you're a golf fan, but what does this mean for the golf industry if Tiger is no longer a part of it?
I think it's tough because if you've been watching golf, you know last time Tiger won a major was in 2008. So he's been gone for a long time, but that day he actually leaves, it's gonna be sad, you know. So it's gonna be tough to see. He's in a coach role right now with the President's Cup, but I wish they had a coach role in golf more because he'd be great in that. He's doing great in that right now. But they have a lot of young stars, golf, Spieth, Day, JT Poston, Hickory loves you. So I think golf's in good hands, bright future, but it's going to be sad when Tiger finally walks away.
Definitely.
Let's get to some sports. High Point sports. The High Point volleyball team is out to a great start in Big South play. The Panthers are 3-0 in the Big South, and on Saturday they beat Charleston Southern 3-1 with Haley Barnes leading the way with 15 kills, while Molly Livingston had 13. On Tuesday, the Panthers were in Bowie Creek to take on the Fighting Camels. HPU beat Campbell in straight sets 3-0. The Wisconsin Wonder Women, Livingston and Barnes, continued their domination on Tuesday. Haley with 14, Molly with 11 kills. Up next for the Panthers is a rematch of the Big South Tournament Championship game as the Radford Highlanders will take on High Point in the Millis Center at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Another team off to a great start in Big South Conference play is the HPU men's soccer team. HPU beat UNC Asheville 3-0 on the road. Bonagani Deckham scored 2 goals and Ryan Inman added 1 goal. Up next for the Panthers is a non-conference road trip to Boone, North Carolina as they play Appalachian State on Saturday at 7 o'clock. HPU women's soccer had a very daunting task last weekend. Win on the road against Longwood, something they have not done since the Lancers joined the conference in 2012. On Saturday, the Panthers broke that streak and they beat Longwood in Farmville 1-0 thanks to Michelle Michike penalty kick goal. Alex Hank had 5 goals and she was announced the Big South player of, 5 saves, and she was announced the Big South player of the week. High Point and Liberty battled to a draw on Wednesday night. In a stellar performance by Alex Hank, she recorded a career-high 8 saves. Up next on Saturday, the Panthers will host the Highlanders from Radford at 7 o'clock in Vert Stadium. High Point women's cross country has made national headlines as they have been ranked 15th in the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association regional rankings. The next time the Panthers are in action is October 13th for the Vert Cross Invitational in Kernersville. The High Point women's golf team finished 7th at the Pirate Collegiate Classic at the Greenville Country Club. Samantha Vaudry led the way for the Panthers, shooting 3 over 75 in the final round. The Panthers hit the course again October 2nd through the 3rd for the Star Mount Fall Classic in Greensboro. That's all the sports I have for you guys for right now. I'll be back with more next week, and as always, go Panthers.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, after the break, a new smartphone could help keep pests away.
And what woman left with from Target that she didn't get off the shelves. We'll be right back.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Welcome back to HPU News. I'm Sydney Chevrant.
And I'm Jocelyn Ganser.
Former President Barack Obama proves he is just like any other father when dropping his oldest daughter off for her freshman year of college. 19-year-old Malia Obama moved into Harvard University last month after taking a gap year and interning at the Weinstein Film Company. The former president admitted that he shed some tears, saying it felt, quote, a bit like open heart surgery.
Right now, LG has plans to launch their new LG K7i smartphone that also doubles as bug repellent. The phone emits an ultrasonic wave that should fend off mosquitoes and other pests. That South Korean firm says the sound wave is absolutely safe and harmless for humans. Right now, the phone is only available in South Korea for a measly 8,000 rupees or $122, but the company is looking into rolling out phones in other countries.
And now, here to please all of your entertainment needs is our very own Livy Beener with your entertainment update. Livy?
Thanks, guys. Well, it seems like the movie industry is finally getting out of its slump. And September, which is usually a slow month, has almost shattered sales records with almost $600 million countrywide. We are just $30 million below the record set in 2015. We are nearly $150 million ahead of where the previous record was with one weekend to go in the month. Kingsman 2 has taken first place over It for the first time since its release 3 weeks ago. Grossing almost 1 million more daily, Kingsman 2 has been in the lead since last Friday when it was released. It is still in a solid second. The Lego Ninjago movie moved into third after American Assassin and Mother, both still pulling over $1 million a day, moved into third and fourth. And tomorrow, don't miss the premiere of America Made with Tom Cruise in theaters everywhere. Now, Netflix is gearing up for its October update next week. With tons of new Netflix originals and plenty of favorites leaving, many people are only comforted by one thing: Season 2 of Stranger Things. Although it is not set to be released until Halloween, most are still trying to be patient about waiting. Now we go into the music world, where Macklemore's first album without Ryan Lewis, Gemini, was released this past week, and it is jam-packed with collaborations with artists such as Lil Yachty, Skylar Grey, and even Kesha. Jhené Aiko also released her trippiest, heart-wrenching album yet, appropriately titled Trip, featuring 22 new songs and a collaboration with Big Sean. Miley Cyrus's album release has finally arrived after daily 15-second Instagram teasers of her new song for the past week. The album drops at midnight tonight, and you know I already pre-ordered it and will be waiting until the clock strikes 12 tonight. Also tonight, another dominant female figure, Demi Lovato, drops her new album, Tell Me You Love Me. Well, that's all for me. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Libby. And I'm sure we'll hear more from you as all the late year Oscar contenders squeeze in by January.
And now, yet another Kardashian is expecting her first child. Khloe Kardashian announced her pregnancy with Cavaliers player Tristan Thompson. She is 4 months into her pregnancy, meaning she will be due in February.
Now, this is the third pregnancy announcement from the Kardashian family this year, as Kim announced she will be having a baby girl via surrogate that will be due in January, and youngest of the family, 20-year-old Kylie Jenner, is expecting her first child due in February with rapper Travis Scott.
And finally tonight, most of the U.S. go to Target for usual essentials and non-essentials. But one Georgia woman left with a newborn baby.
Exactly. Tanya St. Preux went into active labor in the middle of the store, prompting delivery nurse Karis Lockwood to jump into action. Shortly after, Prue delivered a 7-pound, 10-ounce baby boy, and both mother and baby are doing well. It's good news for the new family.
Yes, and we hope all of you watching have a good upcoming weekend. That's all the time we have for HPU News this week. I'm Jocelyn Ganser.
And I'm Sydney Chevron. Have a great night, High Point.